Stand by Q1 and go Q1. Welcome to the brand new show on the boards with the Roadie and Jamie, where we talk theatre, all sorts of theatre, what's going on around New Zealand, locally, and probably be some opinions as well.
On this show, we are going to be talking about shows happening across the country. We may interview the odd person from these shows that we are doing.
Extremely odd people.
We may talk about shows that we've seen, review them. Who knows?
But first, before we get on with things, I'd just like to put a tribute out there to Doug Clark, QSM, who passed away in December 2024, legend of Christchurch Theatre. We didn't always see eye to eye. Many people didn't always see eye to eye with Doug. But at the end of the day, we always came back full circle and we were always mates. He was a mentor and a mate to a lot of us. Kept the theatre scene in Christchurch going through thick and thin. Riccarton Players stalwart. So Doug, rest easy, my friend. I know you're already probably planning the next show on the other side. So, Doug Clark, QSM, this tributes to you, my friend. Right, back to it now. So, continue what you were saying.
Alright, yeah, so we, review shows, talk about shows, put our own spin on little reviews as well. It'll be good fun. Let's, before we move on, talk a little bit about who we are in the theatre. Because we're not just...
Well, who are you?
Well, I'm Jamie. I've been doing theatre since 2013-ish in Dunedin and Wellington. Started off as an actor, did all that stuff for a few shows, did a lot of children's shows, then moved over to doing tech, lighting and sound, and now I'm doing a bit of directing and stage management and just kind of everything backstage, really. What about you, Roadie?
Well, those of you who know who I really am know me. I am the Roadie, and I'm the Roadie because I've been a roadie, a rock and roll roadie. Worked with some of the legendary New Zealand bands, Nightshade, Fat Sally, Hammer Rack, Tempest, the Electric Light Orchestra Part 2. Worked a couple of gigs here and there with various other people, but also extensive theatre background since about 1987, firstly in Christchurch, Riccarton Players, Elmwood Players, the great Actors Company with the great Lexi Matheson. We did, 8, 9 outdoor Shakespeares together, and many other indoor shows in the space of about 4 or 5 years, man. We hammered it. And then more recently took over as technician or technical coordinator at the Globe, turned it around in 2013 from a theatre with 3 lights or 4 lights that were going, and told that the rest of the gear was not working. Turned it around into a rig, fixed all the lights, got new dimmer packs, got all sorts of new equipment for them, and then retired in 2023 from that. And I've been doing stuff around Christchurch again and Wellington. So yeah, sound, lighting. These days I'm hunkered down behind a radio mic, mostly doing this show, Paranormal After Dark, which is a show, if you like paranormal stuff, you need to tune into. New episodes coming soon. Check out the station website for details. Running the station Rocket FM in Port Chalmers. Check out the website rocketfm.co.nz. And of course hosting the weekly Molten Metal show into its 16th year this year, around New Zealand and around the world. So that's my background, and that's where we'll be coming from. And as Jamie said, we're going to be talking to people, hopefully from different theatre groups. We're going to be asking some tough questions about some theatre as well. Mm-hmm. And we're going to also maybe do some reviews on shows if we see them, but certainly it's about theatre. And yeah, we'll just see. The show won't be a weekly show, it'll be when we've got something to say, basically.
Whenever we've seen a show or when we're doing a show.
And we'll get some key people on, people from different theatre companies who want to chat. I know there's a couple that want to chat out of Wellington. We might see if we can grill a couple of local people as to what's going on these days around the place, or what's not going on, which would be more appropriate. And if you're listening, I want answers. So it's on the board. So yeah, tune in, check it out, and we'll be here. So when we've got some stuff lined up, we'll post on the Rocket FM site, plus the show will podcast on YouTube, the Rocket FM YouTube page, and also air on Rocket at some point. I'm not sure when, but that's the show. Back to you.
Yeah, well, Rhodey's basically said everything there that we need to know. So yeah, tune in whenever we do a show. Keep an eye out on the Rocket socials and you'll see when they're all coming up.
And fade to black. House lights up. Curtains